I get he is a visionary and I get he is unique, but they're all mental.
I will give him his credit. He was a very artistic director, but it's just not my type of stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be your cup of tea. If you watch any David Lynch film, you'll never ever forget it. Yes, it might not blow you away and it might not be in your top 10, but you will never ever forget that experience.
Rage Whale.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Welcome to episode 88 of Rage Whale. It's Kevs' birthday. We discuss his weekend, massages, drinking games. We review Cocaine Bear and A Complete Unknown and discuss David Lynch.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Already gave up.
Happy birthday to Kevin.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Save it. Put this balloon on my chair. I've not even noticed how to take it off yet. Yeah, thank you very much, and welcome to episode 88. 88.
That's
Before we
two
start,
ladies in bingo.
straight in with the PC comments.
Well, or just showing off my knowledge of bingo.
Yeah, it's factual. First of all, introduce us to your co-host, Drew.
My co-host is
Well, might not hear that unless it's right against the mic.
That's copyright infringement.
Thank you, Stevie Wonder. Appreciate that. Sorry, who's your guest?
Stevie Wonder won't see it.
No. Drew?
This is Dexter.
Hi, Dexter. There's a black and white fluffy cat in Drew's picture. And
Has he got a laboratory?
He does look at the camera sometimes, and he gets a bit of stage fright, but he's going to rock it.
Very good looking cat.
He is.
I was looking at my phone a second ago, just before we started. I found an interesting fact.
Random fact of the day.
There's that scientist guy on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff. He gets interviewed all the time, and he said, I was watching Thor, and you know how no one can pick up his hammer? He says it was forged from a dying sun. So I did some maths, and I found out the density of the dying sun and what it would equate to that we could understand. 300 million elephants. That's the weight of Thor's hammer, which is why no one can pick it up.
Wow.
Except for Captain America.
Just thought it was interesting.
Yeah. Captain America got it.
Yeah. There must be there's a reason for that, wasn't there? Didn't he do something to get that?
Well, I thought
it's special, isn't he?
Well, no, he proved himself, isn't it? Because they talk all about he in is it Ragnarok or when he goes back to his homeland and he's there with his mum, and then he puts his hand out and he gets his old hammer and he says, "Yes, I'm still worthy." So it's the idea of being worthy, and that the fact that Captain America is worthy, basically.
There we go. I've also got show and tell.
Back to school with Rage Whale. Here's show and tell.
Oh yeah, show us what you got for your birthday.
Woo!
What's that?
Drew got me a little Beatles bottle opener, like vinyl shaped.
Well, it's from Rage Whale. It's from the
It says from Rage Whale. Yeah, love from Rage Whale.
We knew you drank cans, so we thought we'd switch you to bottles because it's greener for the environment.
Popped to London the weekend, and my mate got me the Crow graphic novel.
Ooh,
That's pretty sick.
that is cool, man.
So yeah, thank you,
got to learn to
JD.
read.
Don't need to. Loads of pictures.
Oh, good point.
Perfect for me. But yeah, so like this weekend went to London, went to go and see a band called Better Lovers. Wearing the t-shirt now.
Hey.
they're the guys. It's basically Every Time I Die without Keith, and it's the singer from Dillinger Escape Plan. So it was heavy. Me and Ryan went in the pit for the support band straight away. So I spent 2 hours exercising. It was just nuts. I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Oh, dude. You were exercising in the mosh pit.
What else do you call it? Wasn't standing around.
I don't know, like John Wick style. I don't know, fighting. I don't know.
Yeah, it was fairly aggressive. Oh, the best bit, right? I'm not bragging, but this is a cool bit. We'll move on to films in a sec. But watching the band, and the support band is a band called Frontiera. They're possibly one of the heaviest bands that exist, full stop. They've got lots of noises, and it's like bone-crushingly heavy. And was watching them. It's a Scottish band, and the lead singer's from America. So they rarely get the chance to tour because they got to coordinate all that. And at the gig, I didn't get a chance to say hello to them before. I know them fairly well. I've photographed them 3 times.
Oh, nice.
So they're nice guys. So like I kind of know them a little bit. And I was in the pit, just going nuts. Everyone was just battering everyone. And all of a sudden, I was just like, running around in the pit. And something hit me on the head. I looked up, a big long like fucking wire. I'm like, what's a wire there? Turned around, and the lead singer had jumped into the middle of the pit, pushed everyone back, and then he went, Kevin, and gave me a massive, great big hug, and then went, and while he was hugging me, he just went, I was just like, cheers, man. And then he jumped back onto the stage, and then my mate Ryan just threw me up, and the crowd surfed over the front. So yeah, that was a good few minutes.
Is that how they say happy birthday in Hard Rock?
He didn't know it was my birthday. He just saw me. I hadn't seen him for a year, so he noticed me in the crowd and jumped in and say hello.
That's crazy, man.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, and this morning for my birthday, the reason I didn't reply to you because you phoned me during a massage.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
I knew James would perk up a lot.
What was his name?
Dimitri.
Was it Flavio?
That was really good. Although she did tell me I do have one of the worst backs she's felt in a long time, and I need to come back every 2 weeks for a while.
Wow, that's just to make a little bit of extra.
There's that, but she's not wrong. It hurts like a motherfucker. I think for the last couple of years, I've just constantly just had to roll my shoulders and awkwardly because the cat sleeps in the bed with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You end up sleeping like a starfish, basically, because the cats are everywhere.
I sleep like that, so she's in the nook.
Yeah.
But that means I can't turn over. I can't turn over this way.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
We make lots of compromises and sacrifices when we have cats and dogs in our lives. Go on.
Does all the cats go in your bed?
I just sacrificed my water because I put it down and Mosca mistaked it for her water and she just drank from my pint glass. So that's yours now. You got 2.
Sadie does that all the time. She'll get a fresh drink and just hand it to the dog, then hand it to the cat, and she'll crack on.
Yeah.
Keep drinking it herself. Mad. But yeah, I've never had a massage in my entire life before.
What?
And I highly recommend it. Really good.
Did you laugh or did it tickle?
No. Like Sadie's, obviously my partner doesn't know how to do proper massages, but she's given me back a little bit of a rub occasionally, and I've just gone ow, 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 like to get a knot out type massage.
Get your what out?
Like it's just painful. I'm like, you're damaging me. Don't. And I said to the woman, I'm like, you can hurt me. I don't mind putting pressure on because I know if you're hurting me, at least you know what you're doing, that it's good hurt, that something's coming from it.
You can hurt me. I'm into that. Okay.
You know when you say stuff and you wish you hadn't spoke? I was just like, I enjoyed that. I was really masochistic. I liked the pain. She's like, you can take the pain? I'm like, yeah, I can take the pain. I went, it felt really sore, like you're putting loads of pressure on. She went, no, that's 2 out of 10. I'm like, what?
Whoa.
She was like, I think she stood on me at one point and she was like elbowing me and stuff.
Trying to
So you
suffocate
didn't go to a
you.
wrestling match, Kev?
Yeah. And I said, no, you're joking. She goes, no, it's just because you're so tender. It feels like there's more pressure than there is. I was like, oh. She goes, I was like, no one asks for a 10, do they? And she goes, yeah, if you had muscles, you might want 10. I'm like, thanks, brilliant.
If you had muscles, she's doing very well at
She has like massive gym guys come in and they ask her to literally stand on her.
Yeah. Well, you see those like bars on the roof, isn't it, where they hold on and they just walk along.
Not in the room I was in.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go back again because it was good, and I do feel. Actually, I feel in a lot of pain, but it's. That means something happened.
Was there some release though in amongst the pain?
Well, like because you lie down with your arms flat against your side, so she's doing the bits there, and then you put your arms up this way, and she's the same muscles. It feels completely different, and my back feels like my back. When she was doing it, it felt like there was like 20 random balls in my skin getting moved around. I was like, where the fuck they come from?
It's your birthday.
Not balls.
Surprise! 20 guys just turn off and drop their trousers.
It was like 20
Kev, you
knots.
should go for a sports massage. It's just violence. You just get paid
I
to
try
be
to
beaten
avoid
up.
that.
It is. It's true.
I don't know what I booked. I just booked a normal one, but I said to her, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I just picked one. I don't know what that even means. These are my issues. Can you help me with that? She went,
Have
yeah.
you seen the hot cups?
Yeah, the next one I'm going to do, she said, you should do hot stones.
Hot stones is banging. Yeah.
Have you had that?
Yeah, hot stones is awesome. I've had hot stones and I've had Jamaican wax. Jamaican wax?
What's that?
Why have you had a Jamaican wax?
What's
No,
that?
Is that like a vajazzle?
No. No, it's like a special kind of like Jamaican thing where they heat up wax instead of oil, and they use hot wax into your back and through your muscles, and it is a weird, strange feeling, but it's absolutely incredible. Hot wax massage.
Okay.
Maybe ask if they do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they do the cups one, but they've got, like I said, the hot stones. I was like, what's the point of the hot stones? That sounds like hot and sore, which is like, especially for someone like you where your back is so tight, the hot stones will like open the things up and smooth it, so that then massage afterwards and it will be better. Yeah,
so the heat basically relaxes the muscles so they can go in deeper into those kind of knots and stuff. That's how it works.
Well, the only bit I didn't expect, because like it was nice, but like does your head afterwards, like just because there
with the fingers,
earlobey, templey, and then like that, and like where is it? I'd only just got out of the shower and arrived. Like I was fresh. It was like 10 o'clock this morning. I went,
nice.
And when I finished, that was the size of my hair when it was finished.
Dude, that's a shot, man. That's a great look.
It's fucking massive.
That is a great look, dude.
Reminded me I needed a haircut.
Mate, that is a really good look. You look like the kid from Jurassic Park when he holds onto the fence.
Thanks.
Yeah. But like a more relaxed, massaged version.
Yeah. There's another lovely photo.
Hey. Oi. Is that the devil giving you a good poke?
Oh, I've not shared this yet, but hold on. James will see that as well.
Oh man, that's awesome. Gareth, the OG guest, that is so cool. I was in a shop today and I saw a perfect gift for you. I might wait for James to come back on before I share this.
Oh, we also went to this place in London. Well, we just went to a bar in Camden, and it was a different bar because it was near where we'd parked the car. So it's a bar I'd never been to before, and upstairs they had the darts games, but I've never played at the computer ones.
With the magnet?
No, it's proper darts, but there's a TV above it, and you play a game. It's like, when you go bowling, you type all your names in,
oh,
next
so
person go. So it's got sensor behind the board, but it's just a normal board. It's normal darts. and then it comes up with a picture of the board, and it says it goes yellow, the bit you've got to aim for. So it gives you 3 numbers randomly, and you've got to hit all those to get the points. If you,
Oh,
you
cool.
know, it's just a point game. So you need to be semi good at darts, but you're not aiming for numbers like point wise. You're just aiming to get the thing that's marked in yellow, and it does different things each time.
It's almost like Killer.
Like that. Yeah, like where you're just told where to aim for, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, spent the whole we went. Annoyingly, we all thought the gig was in Camden because you know Camden, the Electric Ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we thought it was. But apparently, there's a new place in Brixton called Brixton Electric. So when we looked at the poster, we just saw Electric, and we all went, "Yep, Camden."
No.
So we stayed in Camden, and then at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock, we just had to get a half an hour tube down to Brixton for the gig, and then back up again.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
No, not a big deal, but we were completely wrong. Didn't have a fucking clue where it was.
Yeah.
But terrific all the same. Yeah. James is quiet because he's on his phone call to his kid.
I love how he talks through his watch like he's James Bond asking for directions or something like from Q.
I know, strange, isn't it?
Q, I still don't know how to work this phone.
It still looks futuristic. It still looks really weird. He's talking to his... How bizarre.
Yeah, let's describe what it looks like. It's like he's unsure of what to say to a girl, so he's like practicing to his wrist. You know, like when people used to like kiss their wrists in the films.
I'm back.
I know what you mean.
James, welcome back. I'm going to share this. This is a gift that I think would have been perfect for Kevin, but I wanted to share it with you.
So this is a gift I'm not getting.
This is a gift you're not getting because I only saw it today, but I was like, holy shit, that has got Kev written all over it.
Name that bumhole.
That's hilarious.
It says for the whole family.
A card game for the whole family. That's the worst thing ever.
I just thought it was brilliant, man. I just thought, every time Stanley Stanley would get jealous if you played that, but
send me that. I might share that on our page.
Yeah.
Also, side note as well, I forgot to tell you guys, or did I? I can't remember. So obviously it's not today, but last week on the 14th of January was the first day we ever started recording. So we've been doing this for over a year now.
Oh, wow.
Not released, because obviously we did a load before we released them, but we started talking for the first time. Today would technically be the first day we recorded one that actually did go out at some point, because last week's one last year would have been the Poor Things one that didn't record. So, technically today is 1 year since it officially started.
We were those poor things when it didn't record.
Mad. That
was mad.
And also, thank you, if we should have said this at the top, but thank you very much, Lewis Saunderson, for joining us last week.
Yeah, dude. What a legend.
Great.
What an absolute legend.
That episode's out just now. Drew, did you, any chance get to see Cocaine Bear?
Wow. Here is our recommendation of what to watch this week.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
James, you saw it as well, right?
Is that James back on the watch?
No, he's just looking at something. Did you see Cocaine Bear? How quality is that film?
Hilarious.
The CGI is incredible as well. It's a bit
so funny. The ambulance scene. Oh
my
God.
Crazy. Well, she goes flying through and hits the tree as well. I was like, that's such bad luck.
When that woman comes off and just scuffs along the ground, it's
yeah,
brutal.
Chin and nose get scraped.
What about when you shoot the guy in the head and goes, when the door opens, I'll shoot the bear. And the guy's like, you just shot his brains out, man.
It's a great film.
Yeah, that's
Ray Liotta's last movie, though, of all the films.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's brilliant in it, though. He brings such a gravitas to that role. Like, he puts everything into it. Even though it's a comedy, when it's those scenes, it's like someone out of Goodfellas. Like he goes there, man, with his performance.
He's genuinely. The other guys aren't even Ice-T's. Think guy. He's Ice-T's son, right?
Yeah, it's Ice-T's
Yeah.
son. Yeah.
It's yeah, he comes across aggressive, but he doesn't come across scary. Where Ray Liotta walks on, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, he means business.
I
man.
like the funny part is like when he's looking after the guy's son, like he's basically granddad, isn't he? He's looking after the kid, and
Yeah,
then he's like, Dad, where's my kid? He's like, I didn't tell you I was a good dad. Should have left him with me, dickhead.
Oh,
But
It
no.
is a good film. I actually thought it was really good. Well, it's not a good film. It's just like it's an entertaining film.
yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's great.
I think.
And do you want to know who wrote it? Who did it, James?
No,
Someone you hate, or someone you hated a comment of a while back.
don't know.
Elizabeth Banks.
I don't mind Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks was the one that called out Steven Spielberg for not doing a woman film, and he had.
Yeah, but she's an
one.
actress. They're not meant to be intelligent, are they? They're meant to like read lines and remember them and then spurt them out. They're not. They're
She's
not
a
employed
director
for their
now.
intelligence.
She's kicking ass, man.
But I take it you guys know that's heavily based, but is based on a true story.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
But the real bear just died.
Yeah.
No. Well, I didn't. Well, I
It didn't go on a rampage. It just died.
Well, I didn't know the bear was involved. I thought it was just the guy that jumped out of the
No,
plane.
there was a real bear that died of cocaine overdose.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
Oh,
joked
that's
about it.
interesting.
I'm
Is
sure it was
that a
ages ago, like 80s or something.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
What about
Yeah.
when he gets his fingers
not
blown
really,
off?
because they're horrible, weren't they?
What about the bit when he gets his fingers blown off and he's like, "How did you shoot off both or whatever it is?" He's like, "How did you shoot off
How did
those two? Like they're
How do you
so
shoot two not next to each other, man? It's like, I don't know.
I don't know why, but it reminded me of that. What's that stupid film with Woody Harrelson with the zombies?
Oh, Zombieland.
Yeah, it
Oh.
reminded me of a bear version of that.
Yeah, I love that sort of style comedy where it is violent and it's actiony, but it is funny. I love it.
It was like, for me, it was like if The Revenant had been put into like a kind of comedy sketch for like Saturday Night Live, and you're like, wait a minute, it's like DiCaprio would have kicked that bear's ass, I reckon, as opposed to the one that took him.
See, that's the thing with like The Revenant. That one scene was horrifying to watch. That was pretty extreme. But Cocaine Bear doesn't pull punches either. That was pretty aggressive what it was doing.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like it was fake. It felt like it was pretty real.
Wait. Going back to The Revenant quickly, did the bear do DiCaprio as well? Like it looked like there were some moments that were really inappropriate of like the bear was just, trying to get some.
The bear fucked DiCaprio up.
Trying to get some release. Like it's in, sexual tension in the woods kind of thing.
Not where I thought you were going to go with that one at all.
But somebody mentioned that in the bear is doing more than just a brutal attack, right?
No, definitely not.
No,
That's bullshit. I've heard that. That's not right. No. Although in Cocaine Bear, when the bear falls asleep on the man, he's like, "Get out! Should we get him off you?" He's like, "She." How would you know? Vagina's in my ear.
That'll make a great t-shirt.
What, the bear's vagina? Yeah.
The quote.
I thought it was a really funny film. I did not expect it to be. I didn't actually look into it deliberately, so I didn't realise it had actually quite a good cast.
Oh yeah.
So I thought it was like one of these B-rated movies. So I was like, I'm not going to give it the time of day. And I did. I've been watching a lot of like terrible films recently because I've got all these like wacky like subscriptions on Prime. So I've been watching all sorts.
Maybe watch something good.
I thought.
Well, I did. I watched Cocaine Bear. That was good. But you've got to watch bad. Sometimes a bad film can be brilliant. Like the mean one. Like I said, that horror version of The Grinch is actually hilarious.
Right, you need to watch, because I genuinely don't think you've seen it. It's just come onto Netflix. Pearl.
Pearl.
The horror.
Oh yeah, the girl from Max.
That's a terrible picture.
XXX.
Yeah, I'm not paying for Netflix at the moment, so
Maxine.
Yeah, Maxine and X.
Yeah.
Pearl is the best of the three.
yeah, I'm not paying for Netflix at the moment. I'm going to see if I can do without it for a bit. 'Cause it's like,
What, just as Pearl comes on?
well, I can just illegally stream that. That's fine.
On your Billy site.
Well, that's what I've realised. Everything I watch on Netflix is on Billy. Actually,
Just
no, it's not. I don't illegally
just be
stream
careful
things.
typing in Pearl on Billy because that might bring up some other kind of movies.
Probably ones with Kev's masseuse in from this morning.
I can't wait to go back. I'll can't wait to go back while I'm not in pain and see if it's actually nice.
The reason why I've cancelled Netflix, I've been actually for once going through like ITV and Channel 4 app and stuff, and there's so much good stuff on there. Movies, shows, really old stuff, new stuff. There's like BBC, not so much, but ITV and Channel 4, they've got their apps to a T. BBC are really annoying. They have stuff on there, then they like delete it. So if I really like watching The Apprentice, but they have like 2 seasons on there. That's it. Like there's been like 20 seasons of The Apprentice.
Well, I heard there's a new season of Traitors. I haven't seen any
The
of them.
Apprentice is coming out soon.
They'll
They
probably
just released the cast.
get onto the Traitors because I've heard nothing but good things. And Kev, you were
Trailers is
saying
already on. 9 episodes in.
It's the latest season of it. But I'm saying I've never seen any of them. I've heard nothing but good things, so I really should kind of watch it.
At the moment, they're releasing it every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so you get 3 a week, and it
Wow.
is
I'm
epic.
still waiting for the final episode of Mr. Beast. It takes forever for an episode.
I've
By the
not
way,
watched
guys,
the last 2 yet, so I'm going to blast them all.
He is the guy that created that app that was on the Joe Rogan thing. You know, when I explained that to you, and you're like, "No, that's not the guy. That is the guy."
What guy?
The crazy guy on the poster that you put of the Beast game.
Yeah.
He's the one that created this app, and he's being interviewed by Joe Rogan. I'll try and find the footage or whatever.
Yeah, but what's the app?
What
are you on about?
I can't remember it, but like Joe Rogan is basically explaining the terrible state of affairs of how much people make for a living, basically, and the way that the economy is.
Yeah,
and
Mr.
then
Beast is not the person to speak to. He wastes so much money.
Well, yeah, but the guy basically goes, "Oh yeah, you could get that on my app in a few hours," and exactly that's kind of what he's talking about.
He like me and Reef watched a video of his the other day, right? And I kid you not, this was the video. I don't know how old it is. It must be in the last couple of years. And the premise of it, right? He bought a train, a proper full size train with like an American style train. They dug a crater probably about 50, 60 feet downwards, maybe even more, with the train tracks going like that and then straight down. So what they were doing was gradually, so they started off with a tank and then 2 school buses on the other side. Now having a tug of war, see which one got blown. And then, but while all this is going on, they're like testing out what they can chuck in this thing. They've got like remote control real cars, but they've got like buttons to control them. But they're just like, one of them just goes off and starts doing like circles in a field, goes completely the wrong way, almost runs them over. And the other one, they're trying to jump them off and go through these bowling pins. They're real cars. And while they're doing this guy's tasked, this random bloke from the public, is tasked, he's got $50,000 in a plastic box, surrounded by like 100, however many tons of dynamite. And he has unlimited funds to try and protect his money. So he basically employs these 2 blokes to build cinder block walls 2 deep with like pillows, with mattresses in the middle. Then it's ridiculous. Like he fills it with like thousands of gallons of these big square water things, and at the end they settle the dynamite off, which is like one hell of an explosion. And then he's got like, I think he ends up with like 97 grand because they double the budget, because they say, look, we'll double the dynamite if you want to double the budget. And he's like, yeah. And he said, any of the money gets blown up, you don't get. That's the sort of stuff they do. They spend millions on a video.
Going out, bang.
I checked the app you're on about Mr. Beast, so there's a critique over it, but he's dropped, it was 4 years ago. The app is called Finger on the App. All you have to do is put your finger on the app. Last one to take it off in 8 days can win 25 grand. But there's also, it says here about something else.
That sounds like you might get arthritis though. Like what you have to hold it down for 8 days.
Yeah.
So you have to take like, I'm going to take 8 days.
Go to sleep with it. Like basically tape your finger to the phone.
There's the one that you said, Drew, where you said about, can you make money from his app? And it says there's an app that can tell you can earn money from each task. But the catch is you can only do a limited number of tasks before you have to pay to upgrade.
Of course it is. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Have
not
you never
free
seen
money.
the one he did with like the Sidemen and stuff, like KSI and that, where he had a private jet, a legit private jet, and they always put their hand on it, and the last one to touch it won it.
Oh yeah, I did see that. And then they joked about people like say you've won, you can take it off. And everyone goes, yeah. And he goes, no, you haven't. I was like, ah!
No, the worst one was someone got eliminated because he was like, "Oh, if you eliminate yourself now, I'll give you my credit card and you can just spend it until it runs out." And they were like, "All right." And then they went to high five someone. He took his hand off the plane to high five.
Oh, that's almost like the
That's
opposite.
so mean, isn't it?
That's almost like the opposite to the drinking game. Do you remember where you put your thumb on the table and you secretly do it, and then everyone puts their thumb on the table, and the last person to put their thumb on the table is to drink?
You do it secretly, yeah. We used to play that, didn't we?
That was a great game.
I remember that.
Say that drinking games real quick. One of my favorites was you have to throw like a little lid into a cup, and then you can create rules. Do you remember that game?
No.
Oh mate, it was cool. It must have been called In the Cup or something in the cup. Anyway, when you do it, you throw it in, and then so you come up with a rule. You say, right, no laughing. And then people are like, oh, fuck. So then if you laugh, then you have to drink. And then every time you get the lid in, you have to come up with a new rule. So like, say you throw it in and like go, right, now you have to throw it over your shoulder to get it into the cup. And people are like, you bastard. And it's like, you just keep coming up with more and more stupid rules.
Sounds like Ring of Fire or Circle of Death, doesn't it? My favourite was the classic, like the nice simple ones. You get a deck of cards, put them on a bottle, whether it be like an open beer bottle or something.
Simple.
And you'd have to blow them, and however many cards blew off was how many drinks you had to take.
Oh, wow. Okay. How do you balance a whole pack of cards on the top of a bottle?
It's pretty easy.
Okay.
I mean, I could show you. Right, I haven't got a deck of cards on me, but I could show you right now. But yeah, you just go
that game about
and like
your
one or two
crew.
come off, then you get some goat that goes like the
Were
whole
you really
deck
good at
full.
blowing then? Were you
Top blower.
top blower?
Top blower. I was going to say, Drew, the one rule you came up with is the worst rule to ever play in a drinking game. No laughing.
I know.
And the rest of it is just you guys being miserable and drinking.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
best
No,
one.
it was
Ideal.
I did it for a laugh because then everyone couldn't stop but laugh because like when you're told not to do something, it's almost hard not to.
Yeah,
Kev, can you remember Andy Hunt when he had like his like long emo fringe?
yeah. That's
He used
pretty
to
much
have a
all I
long
knew
emo
about.
fringe, like down to here, Drew. And he'd constantly just do this, like constantly. And someone made a rule once where he couldn't shake his hair or flick his fringe. He was going, it was driving him mad. You could see it.
That is brilliant. Or someone would be really harsh and go, right, no toilet breaks. And then they'll be like, what? And then get it in the cup. And it's like, oh, you son of a.
The best one is when we used to play them games, one of the cards in the deck would be like the fuck you card. So if ever someone asks you a question, you have to say fuck you.
Did you realize that a lot of games always involve bottles, right? You had spin the bottle, you had your blowing thing.
Because alcohol's normally in bottles.
They had, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense.
Wouldn't be like spin the accordion, would it? Or spin the bagpipes.
The bagpipes. Yeah, but it could have been spin the can, blow something off the can.
Cans don't really spin though, do they?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Maybe that would just make Kiss, what is it, spin the bottle, that would have just made it even more cringy. If it was spin the can, it just sounds even dirtier. Like let's
When
play.
you think of that game now, it's a proper deviant game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really deviant. Like, but both sides were up for it seemed, or at least at the places where.
But usually the best one is the simple ones, like just what Truth or Dare and stuff like that, because that can go wild depending on who you're with. And
oh, do you remember Never Have I Ever? And you have to drink if you haven't. And people, when you don't drink, people went, oh, what? And it's like, it reveals stuff about
Do you know what a funnier version of that is? You can get an app for it as well. It's called Person Most Likely. And you basically just click a randomizer on the app. It says person most likely to like commit murder or get married to someone of the same, like just random stuff. And you have to all instantly point, and whoever gets the most points has to drink. It's quite funny what people think of each other.
Oh, in another episode on Rage Roll, you were talking about a game, and I think you couldn't remember the name of it. It's Cranium, I think, is the game where...
Oh, the board game?
Well, yes, kind of, but it's the one where, say someone comes up, there's a name for something, right? Like a really strange, like a Konhof tool. And then people are like, what the hell is a Konhof tool? And then everyone has to go off and create something that it sounds like. You say, oh, it was a special mechanism to like inhale like balloons back in the day. And people are
I
like,
mean,
yeah, that sounds
you're actually talking through the game rather than explaining what it is, because that sounds mad. That sentence you just said.
Yeah, I know. I actually
Yeah,
sound like
cranium is like a word that no one's heard of, and all of you make up a pretend meaning for it, but only
Yeah,
one of
that's
them
it.
gets it right,
That's it.
and you got to
That's
guess who's
Yeah.
right.
And then
You just went, cranium's a board game where Alan Makunamachuru, what it means is you blow through a tube, and everyone else listening is going, what the fuck is he on about?
this was the episode
You
where
didn't explain the game, you just did one again. You just did one.
Drew did meth before coming on this episode. Yeah, no, it was. That's a really fun game because also you've got where you have to come up with taglines for like adverts and stuff as well. Someone will come up with the name of a place, and you have to come up with a cool tagline for it. Cranium's genius, man. It's a really, really funny, creative.
Well, if we ever end up in the same place, we'll just get a load of board games and all video games and just shoot a few shows.
Yeah, man, I'm down. We probably shouldn't play drinking games with just the three of us. That could end in tears.
Well, not spin the bottle, no.
Spin the can.
Drew, you kiss James now.
Woo! Spin the can.
Spin the cat.
Yeah. Any other drinking games? I'm trying to think
Loads.
about
We
it.
could talk forever about that. What about films? Anyone seen any good films lately?
Oh, isn't that what we normally talk about?
Occasionally.
I tell you what, yes is the answer.
That's good.
And that's the end of that story.
So since we last been, we're going to do the next episode that you guys will log in to listen to, if you're listening to this, will be one of those films, and that will be 7. So tune in on Thursday for 7 spoiler
What's in
special.
the box? We're going to tell you what's in the box.
But otherwise, in the last week, oh no, did I mention A Real Pain already? Was that before? Oh,
Yeah,
No,
you've always been a real pain.
That was
Feel
on your
like.
that was on your Kevs film thoughts.
I saw A Real Pain, but I think because we had Lewis on, we didn't really talk about recent films. But yeah, I don't know. It's just very good, and the fact he's getting all the awards is very justified. But
I did see something quite amusing that I shared with you.
What?
Robbie Williams already talking about doing a sequel to Better Man.
Really weird. I mean, I would ignore the fact it didn't do well because it is great. It's better
but
better
as
than
a
most
business,
of the.
if you had a product that lost you $100 million and they were like, should we do another one? You'd probably be like, well, I'm going to go with no.
I think
For
that
starters.
the production company won't allow it unless it's given time to breathe. So
Is the sequel even better, man?
well,
No, he's a chicken in the next one.
I can't remember if I said this before, but his comments on it is spot on. He's saying his first half is like cheeky chappy, second half train spotting.
Problem is though, same
That-
audience.
It's aggressive and drug addled and
Yeah, but the issue is
It's
he's going to have the
insane.
same audience, which is no one.
but no, once that gathers attention, there's loads of films that failed. Like
Yeah, but this
Some of
is
the biggest
Robbie Williams'
classic
film. It's a
films-
running meme that no one knows who he is.
some of the biggest like The Thing bombed, Alien bombed, all the some. I'm
That's
not
different,
putting
though.
that in the
That's
same
like
category.
classic
But I'm
cinema
just,
you're talking about. This
what
is
I'm
a
saying
film
is-
by Robbie Williams, a singer that no one knows.
no offense, Wicked is slamming it. I couldn't give a shit about that.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I get why that's
We've been through
slamming,
this.
because
I'll
it's
probably
a
might
super
enjoy-
popular West End musical and has been
You
for
are going to
years.
love it, Kev. I know you're going to like it, enjoy it.
Don't think
I'll
I
probably
will.
enjoy Wicked when I
Guys,
see
it
it.
is
I will
epic.
watch it.
It's epic. It's funny. It's fun.
But do you know what I mean? Like just
But you
because
can't compare that to
doesn't
like.
mean it's
so
good.
imagine if I told you, "Oh, Kev, there's a film coming out about this bloke who used to be in a boy band in like Portugal. His name's like Carlos Tevez, and yeah, they're doing like a documentary about his life. How psyched for that film would you be?
Well, no. But then
Is he
he's
a
a
monkey?
goat or something.
Yeah, he's a goat.
Yeah, he's like
is he a
he's
mountain goat who comes into trouble and a frog saves his life?
It's like it doesn't matter what you do. You can't write a good story about a life of someone that no one knows,
But
and
there
it
was a
isn't
lot
really
of-
that exciting.
There was a lot of films about monkeys, though, right? That potentially went under the radar because
Outbreak?
Monkey Man.
There's no monkeys in that film though. It's just a mask.
Yeah, there is. He wears the monkey
Yeah,
mask.
mask. He's not a monkey.
Yeah, I know, but he's called the Monkey Man. Like in the Ring, he is the Monkey Man.
Yeah, I get that.
Did you watch that yet?
No,
Dude.
it's not
Dude, that
available
was
yet.
like in one of the first episodes of Rage Well, I mentioned Monkey Man. You guys both go like deadly quiet. Then I see it and I love it. And I talk about,
I
how
will when
dead-
it comes. It's still not available anywhere.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, I was going to say, though, I was watching something on Instagram the other day and they were saying most underrated movies of that particular year. And Monkey Man went, yeah.
It's you still have to pay for it on Prime, and there's millions of things to watch. So I'm not going to.
No,
Pay
dude,
for anything yet.
that's absolutely fine. I just think if it's cool with you, I'd love to do an episode on Monkey Man because I think it's a really
Fucking $8.99.
yeah, that's not bad,
That's horrendous, mate.
mate. Heredit, I can't even speak.
Hereditary.
Heretic, 19.99 to buy.
That's brand new though.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
All the new stuff like Wicked's
but
available.
Actually, that's a good point because Fall Guy
Wicked's £20 to buy or $15.99 to
Yeah.
rent.
Fall Guy was $6.99, so you got me there because that's true. That Monkey, I think they just
Fall Guy, I paid £4 for that.
for Fall Guy.
Yeah,
But do you have the special? I've got the extended version of the film.
I have no idea.
I've got a 3-hour version of the Fall Guy with loads of new like stunts and funny bits that weren't in the original.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah, man.
Well, the other
My extra $1.99 got me. It got me a whole new Fall Guy journey.
where's James disappeared to now?
I don't know.
Go
This
for-
is a
I
strange
forgot-
episode.
I forgot I had a drink here. I've got this.
Yeah,
Huel?
yeah. Why
So
not?
I have the Huel sort of. They're not protein shakes. They're just.
Oh yeah, the
healthy
bottles. But it's like
Yeah.
banana, vanilla, chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. So I have
I
them.
love those, man.
They're meal replacements. That's what they're called. They're not protein. Those got nothing to do with bodybuilding or anything.
No. It's vitamin. They've got over 26 different vitamins and minerals. They're banging, mate.
It's time for Rage Whale's Shout Out of the Week.
But this is a cold drink. So Huel have just released these. Well, don't know just, but fairly new. Daily A to Z vitamins. It's pretty healthy. Pineapple, mango, cold drink.
Nice.
So
Good for you, dude. I would have whipped out my my can that I had earlier. It was like CBD meets kombucha.
Trip.
No,
What's it called?
God, I'm going to grab my can
I like a bit of a kombucha.
out of
So
the
now,
recycle.
podcasters, just me on my birthday, sitting alone with a cat who's asleep. So yeah, just gonna. Oh, here he is.
Good raise. Good days, good raise.
What's that?
Never seen that before.
Yeah, man. it's a
DVD?
CBD, baby.
Drew, that's a slippery slope.
That's what they tell me.
James, you seen these?
He's
What
not
am I
again.
looking at?
God.
Yeah, I have them.
No,
I
I
feel
see.
like it's
Oh
like
no, wait, is that a can?
Yeah, it's a cold drink.
Oh,
Not the meal replacement. There's a cold drink. It's a new one.
didn't
Do you
know-
drink,
how much is that?
£6 for a pack of 4,
It's not
which is £1.50
horrendous,
each.
but
It's not cheap, but it's not.
what is it? A vitamin drink?
Hmm.
Yeah, I have them every day. I have one called Arizona.
It's kind of fizzy, but it's not. It's like sparkling, but it's not fizzy. It's not burpy. It's not still. It's in betweeny.
Thank you for explaining fizz. Fizz.
Sparkling multivitamin drink with fruit juices from concentrate.
Yeah, I
Natural
actually drink
flavourings.
multivitamin drinks now.
A lot of people rocking them these days, aren't they?
Yeah, I got. I should have let you know if I knew you were into it. There was a price glitch on Amazon the other day. There's a company called Arizona who make. They're not caffeinated, but they're like 10% coconut water, loads of vitamins, loads of antioxidants, green tea extract, all that sort of stuff. Decent, like proper sized bottles, and they were doing crates of 12 for £4.25. So I bought 3 crates. So it essentially cost about 30 something p a bottle.
See, we've gone from drinking games to drinking healthily.
That shows
well.
our age, guys. That shows our age.
Well, I would have a
It's not
drink
our
today.
teeth, so it's because we're worth it.
but I drank so much on Saturday that today I'm still tender.
Were you hanging out of your? What's that saying? Like you were out of your tree or whatever it was. Were you out of your tree?
Hanging out your arse?
Well, yeah, hanging out of your ass as opposed to hanging out of your tree on this. Hanging out of the tree of your ass.
But I could do it for holiday. I've not stopped because like
Let's all go on holiday.
it's like a 5 hour journey because I stopped a couple of times on the
Why
way
don't we ever
home.
go? Why is there a reason why we couldn't go, get an Airbnb somewhere, take our recording gear? Well, maybe not if you've got full-on computers. Pack up a couple of lights and that, and get a Saturday night in an Airbnb somewhere.
I thought you were going to say back up a couple of lightsabers. I was like,
Wouldn't even need to like book any time off work, really.
Well, we're literally doing it, so maybe we could do it. April 25th, if that goes ahead.
Can't do that. I've got reef that weekend.
No, that's the weekend you've got off holiday. We're meeting.
Yeah, the Friday, not the weekend.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. So
we could have stayed over.
No, because I got reef.
Oh. We'll do another thing another time then. But
yeah, we'll work something out.
We'll stick to that as long as that happens. But
I'm sure we can all blag a Friday off work, so we can go away Friday morning, go somewhere, and come back Sunday evening or something. Between three of us, Airbnb would be cheap as anything.
Well, from a Saturday just gone, I think it was like 40-something quid each for three rooms.
Wow.
One room, but for 3 people. And amazing, massive shower, and right in the heart of Camden, like literally 2 minutes walk from the tube station.
We could do London. Wouldn't even have to do London, to be fair. Could do. Oh no, that's the easiest for you, isn't it? I suppose London.
London's easiest to commute to, yeah.
Yeah, same.
We'll discuss that a bit though. But I've got another film that I've seen. Even more importantly, even though I loved it a real pain, this one, Bob Dylan, I just saw today.
Oh, the Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that's why I'm knackered as well, because literally long journey, a lot of drinking, heavy violent mosh pit attacking, long journey home. And then today I didn't get to relax. Even though a massage is relaxing, it was very painful and it was basically getting beat up again. So it was like rush to wake up, massage, rush to go home to grab a snack, rush to go to the cinema to get in time to see Timothy Chalamet at 1:00, and then rush home, take the dog for a walk, and then get here in time for the podcast. So even though it's all been for me, I don't feel like I've had any.
You sound like you're being a bit of a victim now, Kev.
Yeah, a victim of yeah.
We're going to send you 2 shots and man up.
Thanks.
He's allowed to express his feelings, man. All right, he's allowed.
What did we watch this week? On Cinema Selection.
A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan film. Either of you like Bob Dylan or not?
Yeah.
I got his vinyl in the background there as well.
Incidentally, I brought it before. One of the greatest cover song of all time was a Bob Dylan song, and even Bob Dylan preferred the cover.
Yeah, we all know that one.
Do you know what it was?
Everyone knows it. Hendrix.
All Along the Watchtower. One of my favourite songs of all time. Top 3.
No way.
So this film, right? It was a weird film in the sense that it didn't follow a lot of the same dynamics as other biopics. Like, you know how like it's usually like, here's the beginning, here's how we became a band, here's how we became friends, here's some bad moments and some good moments, and here we are headlining Wembley or some shit like that. And it ended positive.
Do you know what I think is good about films like that? I think Timothy Chalamet films, Timothy Chalamet fans will watch that because he's in it. He's got that sort of crowd, I think, which I think will bring a lot more ears and eyes to Bob Dylan's work.
Well, young people.
Yeah.
But the thing about this film, number one, Chalamet sings, plays the music, plays the piano, plays the guitar, plays the harmonica. Fucking nails it. If you close your eyes, you would not know.
Well, the trailer sounds just like him.
And Edward Norton, he comes on, plays the banjo and sings. He is an amazing vocalist as well. There's a guy playing Johnny Cash who's great as well. But Timothy Chalamet is like, I mean, I knew it was him, obviously, but he does disappear a little bit into the role. There we go. But he is so good. And I took my dad to go and see it as well. and it was, I don't know, it's a strange film because, like I said, it doesn't go ABC. It doesn't follow a straight linear path. It follows in between 1961 and 1965, so 4 years that when he just started his career, he just landed. So he basically really likes this folk singer, and he travels from New Jersey to New York, like by hitching a ride to go to his bedside because he's really, really ill. And he meets him, and he bumps into Edward Norton's character, who's also a musician, but not a cool musician. He's like a old fuddy-duddy musician. And he walks in and like he becomes friends with this other guy. So they take him in because he's basically homeless, he's a vagabond. And so he goes, oh, and he listens to one of his songs. He's like, that's all right. I'm playing a thing. Come and see us. And then he gets him on the stage, and then everyone loves him more because he's so political and he's got something to say and he's so different and edgy. And I hate the fact that people, I mean, I know what they're saying. They say that Bob Dylan doesn't have a great voice. He's more of a writer than a singer. But fuck that. He's got some pipes on him. It's a weird voice. I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But he can sing. He can sing.
Do you know what I'm hoping they do? There seems to be a bit of a resurgence in like the Robbie Williams one. Yeah, that is what it is. But there was Bob Marley the other year. There was Elvis recently. Now Bob Dylan.
Elvis was one of the best films. Full stop.
Now Bob Dylan. I would love it if they did. I'd love it to do Jimi Hendrix. That'd be great. But
That's definitely going to happen at some point.
But more than that, I'd love it as much as the original movie was good. I'd love to see a fresh Doors movie that really deep dived into Jim Morrison.
So difficult to do anything better than Val Kilmer, but yeah, that would be good.
Do it different. Don't do it the same. Do it.
Well, that's it. That's the thing. Because there's so many biopics coming out, they're having to put different twists on each one. Because next year, well, this year, in fact, sorry, the two big ones that are coming out are Michael Jackson.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And Bruce.
Wait, is there an actor playing Michael Jackson?
Yeah, his nephew.
Really?
Yeah. The miniature teaser clips already look incredible.
Didn't even realise that.
And the boss, Bruce Springsteen, that's coming out.
I don't care about that.
But it will be good because it's the guy from The Bear.
Germans will go mad for that.
It's the guy from The Bear who's playing Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, wow.
Germans love a bit of Bruce.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of double denim at them. A lot of washed denim at them cinemas.
What about Scorsese doing like a Frank Sinatra kind of biopic?
I hate that, but I don't really care for that either. That's not
no,
really my
I'm saying imagine it like that, and it was done a bit like the Goodfellas, but like because he had the gangster connections.
Is he actually doing that? Sorry, you just
I was just saying. I was just saying, imagine.
Well, yeah, you're right because I don't care about him as a musician, as a person, and his gangster, underhanded, dodgy sides would be very
trying to break into the whole film industry, which was what the whole part of The Godfather was. That bit with the horse's head in the bed. It was the idea that, and then he gets into the movies. They didn't want him in the movies. It was the same with Sinatra. So that would actually, and if Scorsese did that, and he had some big high rollers, that could be a really cool gang.
He owned a lot of people. Elvis was scared of him at first as well because, and he didn't like Elvis either because Elvis was too cool and dangerous. Frank Sinatra, even though he was literally dangerous, Frank Sinatra was like wholesome on the outside.
If Scorsese did the Michael Jackson one, the kids would be going to bed and there wouldn't be a horse's head in their bed. There'd be Michael Jackson in there. We all knew he did it. We all know he did it. By the way, just on the subject of biopics, Kev and Val Kilmer, he did another real-to-life story about another famous man with long hair. Have you ever seen the film Wonderland?
Yeah, a long time ago.
It might be, I'm not going to say his best film, a contender though. Real contender. It might be it's up there in the top 5 best films that no one's heard about. There are movies that are so good, but no one knows. It went completely under the radar.
Can we just rewind back to The Man That Nobody Knew? What was the name of the film, Kev?
What, Bob Dylan?
Yeah, with Timothée Chalamet, yeah.
A Complete Unknown.
There you go. Okay, A Complete Unknown.
Which is a lyric in his song.
The Man and Nobody Knew is the name of the second Robbie Williams movie.
but yeah, so A Complete Unknown, when I saw the trailer, it reminded me of Inside Llewellyn Davis. The Coen Brothers one.
Yeah.
in its kind of style and premise, that bit of a down and out, meets somebody, they link him up, they go onto stage, then it's kind of a little bit of his progression.
What I like about the Bob Dylan one is that it's even said there's a bit where he's hanging out with this girl, and she's like gorgeous, and her voice is beautiful, and she sings amazingly, and he just goes, "You're pretty, you sing pretty, you're like an oil painting in the dentist," and she's like, "You're kind of an asshole, Bob." He's like, "Yeah," because just because it's nice doesn't mean it's good. He's basically saying, you sing pretty, but it means nothing. You might as well sing about chairs, you know?
Yeah. That's quite a powerful analogy, though. Poetic.
I said the bit about the chairs. That wasn't him, by the way. But
no. I meant the painting and the dentist, but also, the chairs is cool too.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
The chair's not quite as good as the painting and the dentist.
No.
Well, I was going to say something then, and then I completely forgot what I was going to say now.
But
the link, to Inside Llewellyn Davis is when he goes outside to have a smoke, and he has that fight with that guy, and he gets beaten up because that guy says, you like taking the mick out of people, and he starts beating up Llewellyn Davis's character, right? Bob Dylan, you hear he says, next up is a young guy called Bob Dylan. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. And it's the idea of like missing out in that moment, because if he didn't go outside, and
it could have been him.
It could have been him, and that's what I love about it. And actually, that is quite a cool link to A Complete Unknown, because it's Bob Dylan. I
get the point it's trying to make, but the irony is, like, there could have been 100 people on stage that night. Only Bob Dylan would have really grabbed an audience because of what he was talking about.
Yeah,
there's a scene which I think was milked, but I've definitely seen similar stuff where, people come on and sing a song, and everyone is in crowds where people sit, no one stands. Everyone's sat. It's at marquees. It's at folk festivals.
And mosh pits.
It's I rode my horse today. I like horses today. It's that type of music. And then Bob Dylan comes in and goes, the war, Vietnam, and just goes into like this aggressive sort of like singing. And every word he sings is about change. And it's got people standing up, applauding every poetic line he says. He's a fucking poet. When he sings a song, times they are a-changing, and he goes into like, your mother's and father's.
What film's that on? Is it Watchmen?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That times we are changing. That song is on Watchmen.
But that's it. If you break down the lyrics for any sort of Bob Dylan song, it's really powerful. I mean, I'm trying to think of the one that was getting all the crowd up.
But you keep looking at that. But inside Llewellyn Davis's songs are very similar. That they kind of echo back to the style of Bob.
Kev, have you seen Watchmen, haven't you?
No, let's not talk about the Watchmen, because it's completely off topic. And
no, it's on Bob Dylan. No, I'm saying it's completely on topic, because they play that Bob Dylan song when they're going over like the war, like the Vietnam War and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the TV series?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Remake one, the TV series.
No, the movie. The movie.
Oh, okay.
There's a scene where they go over and there's like the two girls that are like obviously gay, and then they get like sort of ripped apart, and it goes over like every political thing. Like,
okay.
See, so
that's an apt song.
So Bob Dylan's lyrics exactly are. I could sing it if it was playing, but I can't think it when it's not there. So it says, "Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin. And there's no telling who that is naming. For the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are a-changing." And the bit he says that gets everyone on their feet. Fuck, where is it? It's not the other one. Oh, yeah. Because remember, he's talking to an old-fashioned crowd here.
And it's all harmonica and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a mix of the younger generation in there as well. So he's been told off he's not allowed to bring out an electric guitar. This isn't rock and roll, Bob. This is folk music. We want to keep traditions alive. We don't want any of that rock and roll. And he comes in and just goes, come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. So he's basically telling all the old people to shut the fuck up. The young people are coming in. And he goes, your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. You can't control the youth anymore.
Nice.
That's 60s is the first decade that the word teenager was invented, because they were just children, then adults, because you're either a kid or you go to work.
And then they were Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. It goes, yeah, beyond your command, your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times are changing. So
True.
the
When
new
this
path is about
finishes,
to
I'll
happen.
send you the link to that one scene from Watchmen,
But-
and it is like it would be the perfect music video to that song nowadays.
But
Like the way it
isn't
shows
those
it all.
lyrics like you could like go into detail on all of Bob Dylan's, but I just love the fact that it's like your old road is aging. You're the past, man, and get out of the way if you're not going to lend a hand to build a new one.
Yeah, so powerful.
So Drew, just go and type in Bob Dylan and read some lyrics, man.
Yeah. No, I will.
Fucking deep.
It was like inside Llewellyn Davis as well. Like one of the
That film, don't you?
yeah. Well, did you not though?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's good.
Did you know what I was going to say with the thing where he's like,
The title.
like Noah's dove, I fly home to the one I love, and it's like the lyrics in that is really profound and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
We should do a
Bob Dylan's
we should do an episode one time on like best
karaoke
like songs and soundtracks and scores in films.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I'll be up for that.
Because the difference between nowadays, the 90s were very much like you get songs and theme tunes for films, whereas now it's more a bit about. Actually, no, do you know what? Apart from Marvel, it's more about the score. Like, because then you've got like Guardians of the Galaxy is very much a soundtrack, songs playing, and you've got something like The Dark Knight, which is just like all score. There's like no songs. I'd go as far as saying.
Yeah, there's
all
no
score.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be a good one.
But yeah, no, I'm up for that, 100%. And if we're talking about, all right, here's a left turn. Tell me what you think if you've seen it, or if you've seen the trailer for it. It's probably enough.
Is this a left turn to end on?
No, not quite, but soon, because we want to do a second one. But don't spoiler specials are not an hour, mate. As well.
Oh, they're not. Oh, okay.
Shrinkies.
Oh, that's a shame because I've got a lot to talk about.
Oh no, we're still but because it's one topic, we'll cover a lot in like 40 minutes or something, 45.
Yeah. Make it a bit.
So, okay.
I need to get a haircut. I've got a lot of hair these days.
But I was going to say, because I forget you've seen Nosferatu, right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
James, have you seen it yet? Oh,
Of course not.
I've seen the original.
But because of Nosferatu, because of Lily Rose Depp impressing me so much, have you seen that TV program, The Idol, that was advertised like a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awful, right? I didn't watch it. It was slated for being over sexualized and just bad taste.
Just boring as well.
Did you watch it?
I watched a couple of episodes. Yeah, it was so boring.
I watched it all in 2 days after Nosferatu. I watched it last week, and
you pervert.
No, it was horrible. It wasn't nice stuff. It wasn't like, not that it should be nice stuff, but you know what I mean. It was clearly coercion by the Weekend guy, whoever is it The Weekend? Is that the guy? Yeah. Does he have a name? Don't know.
The singer, The Weekend.
Oh, hang on. We're giving The Weekend a bad name. You mean the character he plays is
not the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays a really nasty character.
Fucking horrible.
The Weekend's an actor now, is he?
He's in The Idol.
What's his actual name? He's not called The Weekend, is he? What's his name?
Don't know.
But he's bloody good singer.
The point is that, and that's the thing, the music they play is based, I'm guessing The Weekend wrote it, 'cause it's got that.
I liked his whole thing when he did the whole like bandages over the face for like a year or something, doing that stuff.
But The Idol,
because the pride. Anyway,
but I thought The Idol is noteworthy to mention because even though it's slightly slow, it's slightly perverted,
a bit like us.
but if you watch the final episode, it brings it round. And it's one of those ones where there's like 4 episodes could have been shrunk, but the final one brings it round and you go, oh, fuck, right, okay. Okay, I get it, but I didn't need as much explicitness. They could have shortened it. But the reason I think it works, even though it's not great, I wouldn't advertise anyone to see it unless they really wanted to, but the ending makes the severity of the bad stuff make sense. And
What's it on?
it makes it more satisfying of an
What's it
ending
on to
because
watch?
it wasn't subtle. It was so aggressive. You know?
What service is it on?
Now TV.
Can I say
Sky,
then,
basically. Yeah.
Kev? Can I say,
Atlantic, yeah.
does that last episode have kind of disclaimer-esque vibes?
No, it's not like a big U-turn. It's not like a big reveal. It's not something we didn't know. It's just, I don't know. She just gets strength. She gets beaten down all the way through. So even though she starts strong, powerful woman, she's getting a photo shoot, as you know. She's getting more and more exposed. And then the intimacy coordinator says, you can't take that, her nipple showing, you can't do that. And she's the one that gets angry and goes, it's my body, I can do what I want. She's empowered. And then when the weekend guy comes in, he starts controlling her. So she keeps doing the same stuff, but you realize that she's doing it because he's told her to do it. And he's building stuff out. The ending is the one before the 5th episode, the one before the penultimate one. It seems like she is so broken down and damaged and fucked, and like she could commit suicide. Like she's in a bad place because he's controlled her for so long. Then the final episode, she gets super fucking strong, and there's some twisty, curvy bits where you go, "Oh, you cheeky motherfucker!" Didn't quite see that cut. It's not like a big twist. It's just not what I expected.
You've just reminded me of something by saying disclaimer. This is completely off subject, but it is on movies. Obviously, there's a new Jurassic Park coming out. No, I'm going somewhere. There's a new Jurassic Park coming out, right?
Were the dinosaurs inappropriately?
No, you
they wear a
said
nipple
disclaimer.
tattoo.
They've someone leaked the poster and someone like panned in on it, and it's rated R, so it's R rated. So they reckon they're going to try and do it as the original book. Was it Richard Crichton that wrote the initial book?
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton.
Yeah, we've been through this, haven't we?
Yeah,
We
apparently
thought it was Richard, it was Michael, or vice
Yeah.
versa.
So I remember getting that book when I was little, and there's this part and it says, "Oh shit, there's a velociraptor," or "Oh shit, there's a raptor."
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, look, it says shit. It says shit in the book.
It's
Apparently it is a rated. I don't think any of the other Jurassic Parks have been rated R.
It's the same writer that did Westworld, and it's actually fascinating because if you look at a lot of his stories, they're in the same realm. It's about a world that breaks out of itself and starts to get revenge.
Think how good a Jurassic Park film could be if it was R rated and you saw the gore and that, which you've never seen before. The first one was
ripped in two.
It wasn't.
No, it disappeared.
It's PG, yeah.
Yeah, but it lands on
a lamb chop, didn't you?
Nah, it's not. None of Jurassic Park is not dark. It's comic book.
A lamb drop.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, the first one, was a wow factor because you never seen dinosaurs like that. You were like, oh my god, look at that.
The first one, the most gruesome
Jurassic
bit.
World, the new ones.
The guy in the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jurassic World, the new ones are like, oh, they're really cool because they're like action movies, but they're not like gritty, tense. If they went almost down the Alien-esque route with it, it would be amazing.
That's an interesting shout.
That's a
huge pile of shit.
Because if you remember the last Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic Park, dinosaurs are living amongst humans in the real world because they let them all out, didn't they?
Yeah.
So if they went down a real dark, macabre route with it, because I think Chris Pratt's in it, but I don't think anyone else is. The Chinese guy will probably show up unless he's dead because he's been in every single one, even the original.
It's the guy from Wicked and Scarlett Johansson.
What?
It's the boy from Wicked and Scarlett Johansson. They're the new people for Jurassic Park.
Because that Chinese guy was in the original Jurassic Park. He's the only one that's been in all the films, isn't he? The scientist.
Yeah, he's not in all the films, but he's in the first and the latest.
Yeah,
and maybe one in the middle.
If they went down a dark route with it, rated R, and really like pushed it, that could be really good.
I think I've heard that multiple sources as well, saying it's going to be if not R-rated, at least a 15 or something.
I
It's
think
gonna
go
have
for it. Yeah,
more
like the
violence
kids
in
have
there.
got like 4 Chris Pratt films to watch, or 3, however many there were.
Well, almost like if Nolan did Jurassic Park, because like you just make it dark.
He did Batman. Why can't he do Jurassic Park? Imagine that.
Jonathan Bailey.
Time travel. That would be even better. Don't have to Jurassic Park. Time travel back to actual dinosaur worlds.
Or
Well, he might
Jordan
do some of that
Peele.
stuff in Odyssey, though.
If,
Because
if Jordan Peele did it,
Yeah.
all the raptors would be black.
have you seen the snake image on Odyssey where they're on the boat and there's like these massive like snake monsters like with 6 heads?
It's going to be why haven't people done that type of films for ages? Like, you know, what's the
budget, man? No one could get away with it, dude.
like Jason and the Argonauts, shit like
Yes.
that.
Mate, that was amazing as a kid.
I would love if that was a new era. I'd love if Christopher Nolan did a big epic, and then every other like we want Spielberg. We want Spielberg to do something fun like that.
Denny Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could. Steven Spielberg does Adam and Eve.
Well,
Adam and Eve: Last Reckoning.
His new film Here is out now. The Tom Hanks de-aging one. That's out this week or next week or something.
Don't bite that apple.
Also, just we'll finish this sec, but just to mention before we go, the biggest news of the week:
Kev's Birthday.
Jason Statham is in a new film called A Working Man.
And I bet he beats people up.
Yeah, he's on a construction site, and then some woman gets attacked, and he's like, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." I don't know why is it an American accent there? But yeah.
Now they stopped letting him do accents. He's just English and everything now, isn't he?
Yeah. He's like, I wouldn't do that if I
after
were you.
Transporter 1, they stopped letting him do it. Out the 1, he was even worse. The 1 with Jet Li, his accent was so bad.
He's like,
If we're talking about crazy accents, right?
Wait, Drew, there's a scene in the 1, right, where he's like, there's only a 30-second window. Now we gotta wait. And that's exactly how he sounds. It's so bad.
That just sounded like Gambit in
There's
Deadpool and
only a
Wolverine.
30-second window. Now
I thought we were doing a Chinese accent.
Whenever he does an American accent, it's the side of his mouth, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Can you come again, but this time in my ear?
Rather than in your
He
face.
wants you to come in his ear.
Yeah, what was I going to say?
A working man, accents.
Happy birthday, Kev.
Happy birthday, Kev. Happy birthday. No, it was... Oh, bollocks. No, I can't. Come back
Jason
to
Statham.
No,
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm a working man. I'll fucking have you.
No,
I'll say it again, The Beekeeper was a fun
It was
movie.
to do with like a film, and it was...
I'll keep going. You come back then.
Imagine Jason Statham doing a film where he doesn't throw a punch. Like a romantic comedy or something.
I think he
Wouldn't
could
make
do
sense, would
something
it?
different, and I think it'd be worth him doing something different. But he's happy in his lane, and to be fair, he does good films in that lane.
Tom Hardy, has he ever been in a film where he's not thrown a punch?
Yeah.
Name one.
Come back to me.
Oh, actually, that's good. Oh, no.
He may not throw a punch in Layer Cake, but he
Inception.
was a drug dealer's like...
Inception.
Yeah, but he's still playing like an aggressive man.
No,
doing
Yeah, even
aggressive
in Layer
things.
Cake, he's still a drug dealer,
he's-
so it's like...
He's a forger. Like, he's not playing an aggressive man.
Have you seen This Means War
He doesn't-
with him and Chris Pine?
Oh yeah, that's not.
And it's actually not a bad
Yeah,
film.
that's called This Is War.
This Means War. This is
Yeah.
War. Yeah, it's actually quite funny, but he punches people in that as well.
Yeah, he definitely punches people in that, yeah.
Other minor news, well, not minor, but I
There's
didn't know he
also
was in
a
it till
proper
this
Die Hard
week.
rip-off in that as well.
Coleman Domingo is now going to be in The Running Man.
Who's that?
Oh,
Is he going to play the electric dude that sings opera?
I haven't got a clue.
Because I watched that the other day, and that film still holds up today.
And also,
Guys,
none of us have mentioned the big news of the week, the bad news.
David Lynch sadly passed away, man. It's huge news.
David Lynch, that's the one.
Yeah.
Huge news.
What did he do?
What do you mean? Did everything. Twin Peaks.
He did everything.
Twin Peaks, Wild at Heart, Blue Velvet,
Drive.
June the original.
Waiting for you to say something I care about.
The original June, The Elephant Man,
Bothered.
Eraserhead, Lost
Bothered.
Highway,
Bothered.
Like Drew said, Mulholland Drive. That's
Bothered.
probably one of my
James,
favorites.
have you seen any of these films?
I've seen a few of them and not bothered. Mulholland Drive, yeah, is a classic. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I must admit,
It's a classic, man. Like,
I am kind of more on James's side. I get he is a visionary and I get he is unique, but do I enjoy his films? No, they're all fucking mental.
I will give him his credit. He was a very artistic director, but it's just not my type of stuff.
yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be your cup of tea. But what I think's amazing about his work is, one, it doesn't follow like the kind of cliched, like, I know exactly where this is going. And for me, sometimes those films are more exciting because you don't know where it's going. It's not following any kind of Hollywood's tropes.
Also, have
right?
the balls to do June first.
Hang on. He based a lot of his films on dreams he had, which I think is even more brave and even more interesting. It's quite fascinating.
I think more people should do that.
Yeah, he had some crazy ass dreams, and just kind of managed to kind of thread them all together to create these movies that, look, put it this way: if you watch any David Lynch film, you'll never ever forget it. Yes, it might not blow you away and it might not be in your top 10, but you will never ever forget that experience.
I mean, I'd say Mulholland Drive and The Elephant Man are the two best ones in my opinion, personally. But I liked Wild at Heart with Nicolas Cage.
I heard really good things about Eraserhead. My brother keeps talking about it. That guy with the crazy hair. Yeah, posters about Eraserhead, and like it was like a cult classic. And I haven't.
See, that's the thing. Is it good? Is it mental and interesting and unique? Yeah. And people don't understand these films because, I like an ambiguous ending, like we said before, but a film where you don't understand what's happening at the beginning, middle, or end is a bit much sometimes.
Fair, a little too much dashing of ambiguousness. Turning off your camera?
He basically invented Carl McLaughlin as well, though, didn't he?
But wait, I think he also inspired David Cronenberg, who is another David who does very surreal films.
Does some weird shit.
Is it me or is James?
James coming back? He was going to tell us something. Can he currently still hear us? I haven't a clue.
Did he fall into
the abyss? He's actually gone
inside the David Lynch movie.
Well, I was about to end it anyway, so shall I end it, or do you reckon he's going to come back?
Jump out.
If we do a 7 and he starts talking about bloody Watchmen or something random,
we need one film to do the topic because it can't be false advertising.
Yeah, exactly. We can deviate. We can say it's like this scene in this film.
8.
Huh?
No, I'm tearing it. I'm doing a terrible dad joke.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we end that one then. Terrific.
And Dexter even joined in. You see where he kicked me in the face a couple of times, like when we're talking about Kung Fu or something.
That's good. I like the cat in the background. We'll keep that. Yeah. Well, obviously you're not going to force a cat.
It was a kick cat because he had his foot out.
And we're ending on that.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.